Hi, I'm Erik Linask. I'm here at Supercom in Chicago, and I'm talking with Pathmal Gunawardana from Nokia Siemens Networks. Pathmal, thank you for joining me.
Thank you. No,
And I apologize if I butchered your name.
no problem.
So, one of the things I thought we could talk about today is there's been a significant amount of talk around 100G in the industry, and I know that's something that Nokia Siemens Networks is really building a strategy around as well. But maybe start by talking about what you're seeing in the market in terms of trends and overall market strategies around 100G.
Okay. So the market is growing. The bandwidth demand is increasing due to a lot of the media-rich applications that's very bandwidth hungry. So we definitely believe the 100G is coming. It's in the horizon, and we believe in this technology. We see a tremendous growth in network moving on to 100G technology. So from a trend perspective, 100G is going to be there, and we are investing on it. We are actively engaged on the process in developing 100G technologies.
Now, in terms of specifically what Nokia Siemens Networks is doing and your strategy in that space, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. So what we are looking at is 100G coming into the market with the entire ecosystem at the same place. So there's many ingredients that needs to come into place in the ecosystem of the 100G, i.e. the supplier base. So we cannot develop a circuit pack on 100G without having a secure supply chain lined up behind that for components. We need to make sure the router vendors, the layer 3, layer 2 space, they have 100G interfaces, as well as we need to make sure that we come up with an economical solution that drives the volume, that becomes a sustainable technology in the market. So that's our strategy, to make sure when we introduce 100G that the ecosystem is suitable to sustain that technology.
Now, realistically, how long do you think it'll be until the market actually does get to 100G?
So at Supercom this year, we are publicly for the first time announcing that in the first half 2011, we will have a field deployable, mass producible 100G available. And I think that's probably the right time frame for 100G, especially for some of the early adapters that are driving bandwidth to deploy.
That's fantastic. Now, maybe onto a second point. If I'm right, you also recently received approval on a joint venture with Juniper Networks, correct?
That's correct.
What can you tell me about that?
So with Juniper, we announced a press release recently around IP over DWDM. And this is another so we have the technologies and we have the solutions built around these technologies to serve the service providers. And IP over DWDM is a solution where we partnered with Juniper to have a layer 3 router connect with our DWDM platform and provide a very economical solution to address the CapEx and OpEx concerns the service providers has. And it's a solution that consists not just at the physical layer interoperability integration, but also at the OSS layer integration, as well as the joint combined control plane running between layer 3 and layer 1 network elements. So it's really a nice solution that comes into place, not just an integration or an interoperability between two boxes.
Is the cost savings the driving force behind that for customers?
Yeah, it's CapEx savings clearly, as well as the OpEx savings. You will see significant OpEx savings associated with single circuit pack versus multiple circuit packs from a hardware perspective. So from a sparing perspective, from OSS perspective, how many people you're going to be trained, having end-to-end visibility within the network, the control plane that drives the service provisioning and restoration. So there's a lot of OpEx savings that comes along with this that drives the demand for such a solution.
Now that you've received approval for the joint venture, what's the timing around that?
So where we got the regulatory approval is for a different solution. It's a carrier Ethernet solution, where we partnered with the Juniper MX series platform, as well as our Nokia Siemens A series carrier Ethernet box and the Aspen management platform. It's a combined solution that again is another solution built around technologies to address service providers' requirements. And so the first rollout of those platforms, the solution will be available in first half 2010.
Oh, that's fantastic. Great news. I've been talking here at Supercom in Chicago with Nokia Siemens Networks, Pathmal Gunawardana. Pathmal, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you very much. Yeah.